Hello students, good morning. Welcome in your online computer studies video of chapter 9 part 1. So you are seeing children here. The topic of this lesson is problem and problem solving. Okay, let's see. Children, people in their day-to-day life solve lot of problems. Let us discuss one such process. Consider that you are playing hide and seek. With your friends in this game, our problem is to find the location where our friend has hidden. So this can only be done only if we can predict the place of his or her hiding. Let us take another example. Assume that we have to solve a mathematical equation to find the value of x. If we have been given equation 2x plus 4 is equals to 0, to solve this problem we need to rearrange the equation as 2x is equals to minus 4. Okay, and then say x is equals to minus 4 by 2. The answer here is minus 2. Okay, children, like this kind of problems, or we can say uh, we have to reach somewhere, but we do not know the path, or we do not know the way to reach that destination. So if we are asking somebody, so they are giving a solution by making a map or by telling us the directions and all. So this is what the number of the problems every time in day-to-day life we have to face, and we immediately get the solutions of those problems, children. Well, in field of computers, solution of given problem is a sequence of instructions given to a computer. Computer can solve variety of problems from the easiest to the most complex one. To solve a problem, it needs to be given a complete set of instructions. These instructions tell the computer what is to be done at every step. Remember one thing, computer does not solve a problem. It merely assists or helps in solving the problem. We can solve any problem using the step mentioned here. First of all, define the problem, identify the input, output, concentrate of the problem. Okay, so first of all, if we take the example like define a problem, means I have to drink a cup of tea, right? This is my problem. Now identify the input. For making tea, what are the inputs, children? I need tea leaves, I need milk, water, and sugar. Okay, if you want to add some flavors, so ginger and all. And again, then identify different alternatives for solving the problem, right? Solving the problem of making a cup of tea, children. Rather, I can ask or order a cup of tea, or I can go to the restaurant and have a cup or cafeteria, have my cup of tea over there, right? So this is another way to solve the problem. Okay, now choose the best alternative from the above list. Out of these alternatives, we have to select the best one. Let's say I'm preparing at home only, right? So my solution of the problem is with me. With my problem only the solution comes all together. Now prepare detailed stepwise instruction. Set of the identified alternatives. Compute result using this instruction set. That means I have to prepare all those recipe steps. Then afterward I start making tea. And if I'm not switching on the fire, so my tea will not be ready, children. So I don't have to miss even a single step. So check correctness of the answers obtained. What if I want to have a good tea? So I have to follow all those steps along with the switching on the gas and switching off the gas and strain the tea into the cup. Understood? So this is what we are solving our problem step by step. Now step 1 to 5 are performed by a person who needs, in this case, computer solutions, children. 1 to 5 are performed by a person who needs a solution. 6 and 7 are performed by a computer, not in making a cup of tea, children. It's in other rest of the problems of your related to computers and human. Now, a generalized solution to the problem is obtained using three different techniques mentioned below. computer can solve our problem like in three manners. One is toward pseudocode, second flowchart, and third algorithm. The three steps given for finding whether a number is odd or even is known as pseudocode. Pseudo means fake or simulated. We should consider a second meaning as it is more appropriate in our context. We can say that step mentioned to solve the problem is simulated code. Let us now discuss the another two techniques. Pseudocode में हम बच्चों roughly एक we used to write the steps to solve the problems. Understood? Now, number of problems in our daily life. Suppose we have to calculate simple interest. Suppose we have to prepare a mark sheet. A computer is, remember children, a computer is a dumb machine. It is doing nothing until and unless the human is not instructing or ordering to it to do. A computer cannot do anything alone without a software. So computer needs a software to solve the problems or to do the work given by the human. So this software is called what? Program. A software is set of programs written to solve particular problem. A software is set of instructions or rules on the basis of which computer gives an output or result. If the instructions are not correct, the computer gives wrong result. There is no mistake of computer, it's a mistake of the human being who is inputting the wrong data or wrong instructions. Okay. Now children, never ever forget what? See, just writing code is not sufficient to solve a problem. Writing the programming code is not sufficient to solve a problem. Program must be planned before coding. Coding means before programming in any computer language available. We have to first plan the program कि हमें अपने program में क्या-क्या data cover करना है. Okay. There are many activities to be done before and after writing the programming code. Now, stages while solving a problem using computer. First of all, problem analysis, algorithm development. Third is flow charting. Fourth is coding. Fifth is compilation and execution. Sixth is debugging and testing. Seven is documentation. Understood, children? These 7 steps are used or 7 stages are coming in solving a problem, children, using computer. You can see, first of all, we have to analyze the problem. पहले हमें जानना है कि problem क्या है, हमें क्या solve करना है. Okay, उस problem को अच्छे से understand करना है. फिर उसके algorithms हमको develop करने हैं. Means we have to write the rules or write the requirement to solve the problem. Okay, we have to write what are the things required or what will be the input. उसके बाद बच्चों हम flow chart, we will make a flow chart. We will try to solve our problem through a pictorial format. Okay, that is called what? Flow chart. Then afterward we write a systematic program coding. फिर coding होने के बाद हम अपने program को computer machine language में convert कर देते हैं by using the compiler. Okay, compilation process has to be done or after compilation, execution when output is to be given by the computer. Then in this output, if it is coming clearly correct, then well and good. If not, errors are there, so this output is to be tested by the computer, by the this program system. So debugging, that is finding out the errors and testing them, will be done. And to solve out those errors, then afterward the output will be cleared. Understood? And last comes documentation. Documentation means जो कि कंपाइल नहीं होता पर वो उसमें हम ये बताते हैं कि प्रोग्राम किस बारे में है या किसने लिखा है या कौन सी डेट को लिखा है या इस प्रोग्राम में क्या क्या डेटा हम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. एनीथिंग which is used for user information. Okay, Understood? So it's a good practice to write a documentation part in the computer as a comment. Clear? Now children, analysis of problem. Process of becoming familiar with of problem. Problem analysis में सबसे पहला क्या है, हम उस प्रोसेस को देखते हैं जिससे कि प्रॉब्लम को प्रॉब्लम से हम फेमिलियर हो सके. सेकेंडली, वी नीड टू एनालाइज एंड अंडरस्टैंड इट वेल बिफोर सॉल्विंग. सॉल्व करने से पहले हम पूरी तरह से प्रॉब्लम को समझ लें. देन कम्स द यूजर्स रिक्वायरमेंट कैन नॉट बी फुलफिल्ड विदाउट क्लियर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ हिज और हर प्रॉब्लम इन डेप्थ. हम यूजर की रिक्वायरमेंट को बहुत गहराई से समझें, तब हम उसके प्रॉब्लम का आउटपुट दे सकते हैं प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में. Inadequate identification of the problem may cause program less useful and insufficient. Okay. Example, banking solution, hospital medical study. Okay. So children, analyzing a problem like we can say, if we are making the program of addition. Okay. Now this is a problem to make a program of addition. तो सबसे पहले हमें देखना होगा, we will make ourselves to know the problem very well in the depth of the problem कि हमें ज़रूरत क्या क्या पड़ेगी, क्या इनपुट करेंगे हम. तो फिर इसके लिए हमें 3 नंबर्स चाहिए, number 1, number 2 and number 3. Number 1 will be the number 1 या 3 वेरिएबल्स चाहिए, n1 and n2. तो n, अब इसका लॉजिक समझना पड़ेगा क्योंकि एडिशन का प्रोग्राम है. तो n की वैल्यू अगर हम 5 देते हैं, n1 की सॉरी, प्लस इसका सिंबल अरिथमेटिक सिंबल प्लस, एंड n2 की वैल्यू भी 5 देते हैं, और इन दोनों का अगर हम प्लस करते हैं तो इसको हम स्टोर कहाँ करेंगे, n में. वी हैव टेकन 3 वेरिएबल n, n1, n2. तो n इज इक्वल्स टू n1 प्लस n2. n1 प्लस n2 का टोटल n में जाकर स्टोर हो जाएगा. ओके. अब हमने पहले से ही वैल्यू इनिशियलाइज कर दी हमारे वेरिएबल n1 और n2 को, तो हर बार जब भी यूजर एडिशन के लिए नया नंबर देगा तो वो हमेशा 5 को ही लेगा. अंडरस्टूड? दिस इज नॉट द प्रॉपर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग. क्लियर? सो वी विल टेक द n is equals to n1 plus n2. We are not initializing the value of n1 and n2. की वैल्यूज हम डिसाइड नहीं करेंगे, इनिशियलाइज नहीं करेंगे. सो इसे हम इनफाइनाइट तक जाने देंगे. जब भी यूजर कोई भी नया नंबर डाले n पे, n1 पे और n2 पर, तो वो एक्सेप्ट करे. अगर हम ऑलरेडी n1 का 5 और n2 का भी 5 या और कोई नंबर पहले से ही दे देते हैं, तो इट विल नॉट टेक अनदर नंबर इन प्रोग्राम for making the number different time using this program. It will not take the different values of n1 and n2. I hope you are getting me, children. तो इसलिए प्रॉब्लम को समझना बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है, और उसको इनएडुकेट आइडेंटिफिकेशन प्रॉब्लम के लिए यूजफुल नहीं हो सकता, इनसफिशिएंट हो जाएगा. अंडरस्टूड? इसलिए प्लीज whenever you are going to solve any problem, just think in depth कि हमें उसमें एक्चुअली क्या चाहिए और कैसा आउटपुट चाहिए. अकॉर्डिंगली देन यू मेक अ प्रोग्राम. ओके. अब बात करते हैं बच्चों एल्गोरिथम डेवलपमेंट की. एल्गोरिथम डेवलपमेंट मीन्स स्टेप बाय स्टेप डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ मेथड टू सॉल्व अ प्रॉब्लम. हर एक स्टेप लिखना, किस स्टेप के बाद हमें कौन सा स्टेप यूज करना है प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने में. दिस इज कॉल्ड व्हाट? डिस्क्रिप्टिव मेथड टू सॉल्व अ प्रॉब्लम, and it is effective procedure for solving a problem in finite number of steps, जैसे कि मैंने लास्ट एग्जाम्पल में बताया. Developing an algorithm is a set of program design. An algorithm to find sum of two numbers. देख लेते हैं, 2 नंबर्स हमको इनका टोटल चाहिए, जैसे मैंने पहले ही कहा. स्टार्ट स्टेप 1, ये एल्गोरिथम है बच्चों. दिस इज द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ एल्गोरिथम. स्टेप 1 स्टार्ट, क्योंकि हम शुरू ही नहीं करेंगे तो हमारा प्रॉब्लम आगे कैसे बढ़ेगा. इसलिए किसी भी काम को शुरू करने के लिए वी हैव टू गिव अ स्टार्ट. देन assume 2 numbers x and y and a variable sum, sum. sum फिलहाल हमारे पास 0 है. add 2 numbers x and y. store the values in variable sum. If you want to try again with different numbers, then go to step 2, means again you assume the number x and y. Else गो टू स्टेप 5. तो स्टेप 5 पे क्या है? एंड ऑफ द प्रोग्राम. अंडरस्टूड चिल्ड्रन? आप देख सकते हैं स्टेप 2 में हमने x और y की वैल्यू इनिशियलाइज नहीं की, हमने सिर्फ वेरिएबल्स रखे हैं और जिनकी वैल्यू इनफाइनाइट है. ओके. Again, find the sum of two numbers. Here, algorithm find the sum of two numbers. Start declares variable num1, num2 and sum. ये तीन variables हैं बच्चों. Okay. अब read values and num1 की और num2 की. num1 में जो हमने वैल्यू दी, num2 में जो वैल्यू दी इनपुट की. Okay. Add num1 and num2 and assign the result to sum. So you can see this here arrow which is num1 plus num2 के टोटल को ये arrow भेज रहा है सम में. डिस्प्ले सम स्टेप 6. स्टेप 6 में क्या है? स्टॉप. ओके चिल्ड्रन, आई होप यू आर गेटिंग अंडरस्टूड दिस. सेम वे एल्गोरिथम टू फाइंड लार्जेस्ट 3 नंबर्स. 3 नंबर हमको लेने हैं, उनमें से लार्जेस्ट कौन सा है दैट वी आर डिसाइडिंग. तो ये हमारा प्रॉब्लम है, उस प्रॉब्लम को सॉर्ट आउट करने के लिए वी आर राइटिंग एन एल्गोरिथम. स्टेप 1 एज इट इज स्टार्ट. स्टेप 2 में डिक्लेयर वेरिएबल ए बी सी. अब रीड वेरिएबल ए बी सी. अब ए बी सी की वैल्यूज हम दे देंगे बच्चों. मान लीजिए ए की वैल्यू 5, बी की 10, सी की 2. तो इसी तरह से यू कैन गिव द डिफरेंट वैल्यूज. इफ ए इज ग्रेटर देन बी, अगर ए बी से बड़ा है तो ए को हम चेक करेंगे, एक और वेरिएबल से दैट इज सी. ओके, तो फिर ए क्या हो जाएगा? ए इज द लार्जेस्ट नंबर. एल्स सी इज द लार्जेस्ट नंबर, क्योंकि ए से बी से ए बड़ा है और सी से छोटा, तो फिर सी सबसे बड़ा हुआ, इसका मतलब सी इज द लार्जेस्ट नंबर. सेम विथ एल्स इफ बी इज ग्रेटर देन सी, display b is the largest number, else c is the largest number. Okay, I hope you are understanding children. Then go to step 5 stop. अब बात करते हैं 3 features of algorithm. Let's see. पहला, sequence. Each steps in algorithm is executed in specified order. If algorithm not getting failed. और अगर आप specified order में देंगे तो algorithm कभी भी fail नहीं होगा. Decision. Second step. We have to make decision to do something. If the outcome of the decision is true, one thing is done. Otherwise, other. If condition, then process 1. Or if condition, then process 1, else process 2. Okay, if tomorrow is Monday, we will go to school. Else, we will have holiday. Yeah, we can say if tomorrow is Sunday, holiday. Else, go to school. Understood, children? So this is what out of given condition, only one condition gets true. So another condition by default or automatically gets wrong. Now, third step is repetition. For example, repeat. Fill water in the kettle until kettle is full. तो हमें ये repeat करना है कब तक? Repeat के साथ combination है बच्चों until का. So these are the 3 features of algorithm: sequence, decision and repetition. I hope you are understanding and enjoying this, children. Next, we are having flow chart, decision making or getting the problem solving in a pictorial manner. That is called what? Flow chart. Let's understand flow chart. Flow chart is a technique in which we use pictorial representation of every action that we perform within the machine process that solves a problem. Okay, and a set of symbols showing different actions is used to represent a flowchart. The symbols are also called components of the flowchart. We have a unique symbol corresponding to each action within a process. Let us discuss some commonly used components and its associated symbol. देखते हैं बच्चों flowchart के कुछ common corresponding actions, processes and और उसके components. पहले हम देखेंगे start और end symbol. You can see this oval shape. The start and end components are used to show beginning and end of the flowchart. Start में देख सकते हैं बच्चों और end में. It represent by an oval shape. Start और end दोनों symbol same. The symbol is also called terminal symbol. इन symbols को हम terminal symbol भी कहते हैं. The symbol is used twice in a flow chart, एक start और एक end. Okay. Now second we go to input output. Input output, that every problem needs an input. Okay. And it then processes the input and generates an output. Consider the problem number 3. Discuss above. Here we need to input one number, dividing this number by 2. And finding the remainder is the process of decision whether the given number is odd or even is our output. Thus we need one symbol to show the input and one to show the output. Okay. The input and output is in flowchart is represented by parallelogram as shown in 9.2. Okay, children? You can see this. This symbol is called what? Parallelogram. Okay. These are the input and this is output symbol. Next we are having arrow. These arrows, observe that in both figure 9.1 and 9.2 we have shown arrows coming in and going out of the symbol. And arrow is used to show the sequence of the action that are to be performed. It generally starts at one symbol and ends at the another symbol. Thus there will be one arrow coming into the symbol and one arrow going out from the symbol. So note that the start symbol will only have arrow going out while the end symbol will have arrows coming in. Next we have process. Process is a core part of any solution procedure. अगर हमारे पास input भी है out and we know the problem actually, then we have to process that input, okay, to find out the solution. So a process is actually a sequence of action. To represent a process, we use rectangle symbol as shown in figure 9.3. You can see, children, this is my process symbol. These are the two process symbols. Here q is equals to number divided by 10. Divide the given number by 10. Here r is equals to integer x divided by 2 into 2. Find the remainder when x divided by 2. So this is what processing symbol. Here we used to write the procedure. Okay. Normally a process in computer is either arithmetic or logical operation. The arithmetic operations we mean addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. Logical operations generally help in decision making when used in answer in the form of true or false. For example, we may ask a question such as, is 10 greater than 5? The answer of this question is yes or true. Now we go to children, the next in our flowchart, the next segment is decision. After process, we used to go to decision. Yes, first of all start and end, starting, then input, then process, then decision. Process भी हो गया, अब decide क्या हुआ या result क्या है, that is decision. A logical decision of a process represented by a diamond-shaped symbol. As shown in figure 9.4, it is called a test symbol. Decision box is used when we want to alter the normal sequence of the solution. Okay, or when a specific statement needs to be executed based on the result of the decision. You can see here the decision box, or you can say the condition box, this diamond shape. Right? If condition is true, next statement. If condition is false, come and end of the program. Got it? If condition is true, next statement. If condition is true, false, so another next statement. Okay. मान लीजिए, if tomorrow Sunday, then holiday. No. If tomorrow Sunday, false, भाई मतलब Sunday नहीं है, then go to school. Okay. Here, understood children? So two conditions पे हम दो options ले सकते हैं एक ही conditions पे. Sunday है. If Sunday is there, so we will go to picnic. If it is true, Sunday. Okay, if tomorrow Sunday, false. अगर ये false है तो go to school. So this way we can take the decision symbol, execution of different result. Okay. Sometimes we may require more than two alternatives to take a decision. In such a situation, more than one decision box can be combined to form the required alternatives, as shown in figure 9.6 children. आप देख सकते हैं. Okay. If condition 1 true, then statement 1 will be executed और ये जाएगा सीधा बाहर. If condition true है, और हाँ, अगर कंडीशन 1 फॉल्स है तो नीचे की कंडीशन पे जाओ. अगर वो भी फॉल्स है तो नीचे कंडीशन पे जाओ, और अगर ट्रू है तो सेकंड स्टेटमेंट पे जाएंगे. ओके. So this is what children, this way we are using the multiple condition boxes. As shown in figure 9.6, first the condition will be checked. If result isn't true, then first set of statements will be executed. In case of result being false, next condition will be checked. This process will be repeated for all the given conditions. Note that when the condition result into true, the conditions following will not be checked. कोई भी condition अगर check होती है तो बाकी की condition check नहीं होंगी, क्योंकि हम सीधे उससे बाहर आके exit करेंगे. Clear children? Next is the connector. A circle symbol is used to represent a connector. At times, it is possible that a flowchart becomes too large to fit into a single page. So, it may not be possible to use an arrow to link two processes. In such cases, a connector, the circle symbol, okay. So, a connector can be used to join the two parts. Minimum 2 circles are required for a connection. One with an arrow coming into a circle, another with an arrow going out of the circle, as shown in 9.7. To distinguish different connectors, different characters are used with the same character alphabet in pair. मान लीजिए बच्चों, एक पूरा फ्लो चार्ट, हमारा जो प्रोग्राम है उसका फ्लो चार्ट एक पूरे पेज पे नहीं आ रहा, एंड वी आर ड्रॉइंग रेस्ट ऑफ द फ्लो चार्ट ऑन द नेक्स्ट पेज. तो लास्ट हम एंड ऑफ द फ्लो चार्ट, आधे फ्लो चार्ट को वी विल मेक व्हाट, पुट वन कनेक्टर, और उस पर हम लिख देंगे ए. दूसरे पेज पे जब हम यही फ्लो चार्ट कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं तो वहां से भी कनेक्टर ड्रॉ करके उस पर भी ए लिख देंगे, जो हमें बताएगा दिस फ्लो चार्ट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस फ्लो चार्ट. ओके. So children, to be continued in next session. I hope you have understood and enjoyed the video. Please go through along with your textbook. This will help you a lot to understand the contents, and you will definitely make it clear. Thank you children. See you next session. Thank you.